Who is to blame for the carnage seen almost daily now on the streets of Iraq? Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki's message to the U.S., this is the work of America's own arch-enemy, al-Qaeda, telling the U.S. media, public forums, and U.S. leaders he needs their help to stop this. The group's resurgence in Iraq, he says, is because of the vacuum left by the Arab Spring, the civil war in Syria. But some U.S. leaders believe he shares some of the blame for consolidating his power, shutting out the Sunni community. They argue he is creating the conditions for another civil war. But the Prime Minister told this conference he's done nothing wrong.
As long as I act in a constitutional way, then no problem. If I act in an unconstitutional way, please let me know when and how and tell me to go back to the Constitution.
At the White House, promises the president will raise concerns about how Maliki governs, but there are indications they won't block or slow the promised sales of F-16 fighter jets, helicopters, or vehicles.
We believe that continued assistance is necessary, and that denying that assistance would be contrary to our interests.
Senior officials say they may help by sharing more intelligence, but analysts don't expect a huge shift.
The status of forces agreement doesn't provide for more U.S. personnel, obviously, or trainers or advisors. The equipment that we've sold him is already in the pipeline. I don't think he'll get more equipment. He probably wants more intelligence cooperation. There may be some moves to try to provide contractors to help him.
The U.S. has budgeted just $200 million next year to help improve the security situation in Iraq. In the past, in exchange for aid and weapons, the U.S. has demanded Iraq stop letting Iran use its airspace to transport weapons to Syria. Now officials are more focused on the violence in Iraq and what it could eventually mean for the U.S. and its security. The Prime Minister will ask Barack Obama what he's going to do to help stop it, and hope he has an answer. Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.